Hey everyone, Julian here. Today I'm going to be talking to you about why the best 303 VST is actually built into Ableton. Plot twist is Ableton Operator, one of my favorite synths of all time. I'm going to be talking to you guys today about why this really is the best synth that you can use to create 303s inside of a computer. And like I said, it's built right into your Ableton. So stick around to the end because you're going to be learning a lot of cool tips in this video. And I think it's going to unlock a lot of these 303 secrets for you. To go along this video, I'm going to be using some MIDI from my Definitive Acid 303s Volume 2 pack. It's right at the top of the description. This is literally the best acid pack on the market. You got all these awesome acid lines. Let's use that one, honestly. That's very cool. We got all these, right? We got like very high quality stuff. You get the MIDI file plus the WAV file for all of them. Plus you get my ultimate 303 rack. You can hear it's got everything you need to make some awesome 303s and really bringing tracks to life. Links at the top of the description, guys. Don't miss out. It's a really, really great pack for a great value. Let's dive in. Alright, so Operator, the first reason why Operator is kind of like the best synth for 303s is because by default, it has phase reset. And what I mean by this is you've always probably wondered what this little phase and this R down here mean. Well, the R stands for retrigger/reset. Basically what that means is the phase is like where you are on the waveform, right? So if you have that off and it's not retriggering, let's go to a saw wave. See how it's like kind of getting like slightly different tones every single time. But then if I turn it on, it's the same every time. Plus you can play with the phase. You can like put it in different places, right? So that's the first thing, because a lot of what people don't realize when they're trying to make 303s with a VST like Serum or something like that is like, well, part of that original sound was the fact that the phase re-triggered on the original 303. They did not have the phase just jumping around the waveform all the time. And as a result, that created that classic kind of trancey sort of bass sound and also the classic 303 acid sound. So you have to make sure you have that. And a lot of synths don't have that or are like kind of annoying to get to that. So with Ableton Operator, having it just right there and it's already on by default, it's like perfect for that. So that's the first thing. The second reason is that obviously it has a really good glide in there, right? And you can easily go here and just get that going. And it's great. Third reason why Ableton Operator is the best 303 is the filter. And not just the filter and the models, because there's a lot of them and there's a lot of 303 magic you can do with this, but also the shaper. So let me show you something here. So we're going to go here. We're going to switch this to a bandpass filter, which is typically what you would use for a 303. All right, we'll put it down. Let's give it a little envelope. I don't like to do too much. Right, so we got that. Let's go with 12 dB. But now if we go in here and let's just turn on the hard shaper. Oh my god, all of a sudden it's a perfect 303. And it really helps you to get that modern 303 too, because part of the problem with like, oh yeah, okay, I could go in analog right now and I can make, you know, like the classic Summer of Love 1988 acid house. Right, you know, maybe even turn the drive off for that. But see, it's not getting that like modern, very nice, crunchy 303. And that is why Operator's amazing, because this hard shaper over here will just give you that like very quickly. And you can play around with a lot of settings on here. And you can even, you know, try like the sine shaper. Sometimes that can even give you some really cool 303 textures, you know? It's just like a really great springboard for all of this stuff. And then if you want to start turning on the filter drive, okay, well, there's a whole other dimension to it. So this filter on Operator is great. And even if you want to use the low pass, Plus, you can slope the attack, and you can get this, like, right, like that kind of a 303. So as you can see, it's really, really nice. Now, the other thing about Operator that's great is the LFO. You can very easily take this and just turn these off real quick, right? Set this on the filter. Turn off retrigger so the LFO will constantly move. And you can get your 303 moving very easily. So I really like it for that. The other thing too is you can go in here and you can turn off the FM. And if you layer in a square wave, I find with the saw, then you can take it. Or even just use the square on its own, you know. And then if you want to make it even crazier, turn on the FM and now. You know, maybe put a little envelope on this. And there you go. You can really get a lot of sounds. And it's like you can get that perfect classic 303. You can get the modern kind of, like I said, like crunchy, like insane 303. Plus, you can just take it into other dimensions that haven't even been explored yet. And on top of that, it's like the easiest interface ever to work with, right? So I really wouldn't recommend overlooking this synth. A lot of people think, oh, it's just Operator, it just goes with Ableton, but I'm telling you, man, this thing is the secret, and I know a lot of people use this in their tracks. Not to mention, it's so easy to automate all this stuff, you know? You don't have to sit there and configure. If you want to automate the filter, you can just do it. Like, it's so much... Right? So it's really the best one for 303s, in my opinion. Like every time I try to open up Serum or something like that and make a 303 in it, just because I'm like, oh, well, let's try something other than Operator, I always come back to Operator. Not to mention, if you start combining it with the effects, I mean, you can very quickly get this thing like very fat sounding and very professional sounding too. Like maybe a little bit of a subcut before the distortion. Maybe a little bit of a limiter even to just like push it up. Make it more animated. And yeah, there you go. So this is why Ableton Operator is the best 303 synth of all time. I'm telling you guys, don't overlook it. You really need to try this out. Try making some of these sounds in here. And maybe even you could just see, like, I mean, Operator is great for more than just 303s too, bro, you know? I really recommend playing around with this thing. So yeah, thanks for the support, everybody. Just wanted to make this video, let you all know, and maybe teach you some stuff about making a 303, and even a little history about the 303, like with the phase retrigger and all that kind of stuff, little stuff you may not have known. Let me know what you think of this video in the comments. Make sure to like this video as well as subscribe. Like I said in the beginning, you can get my definitive Acid 303s Volume 2, the ultimate 303 library. The link is at the top of the description. You get these 20 amazing... super hard hitting acid lines, right? Great for your productions. Plus, you get the MIDI files for all of them, and you get this ultimate modern 303 rack of mine that I made, and it's really like gonna allow you to just very quickly start dialing in some great acid sounds for your tracks, plus the bonus drum loops, everything you need to make an awesome track. Thank you so much for the support, everybody. This is a really affordable and great quality library, and it really helps support me as well. So thank you so much, everybody, and I will see you tomorrow with another video.